Well, I can't get enough of it. That's all I've been listening to the past week and a half, and I love it. I love that it's changed. I'm all for the change that they've gone with more of the clean singing. I love his voice. He's got a great voice.
It's got great range. You would never guess from the style that
absolutely.
like that.
And it's so moving. It's so they keep it depressive, and yet at the same time just like balls to the walls, like heavy. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
balls to the walls.
Yeah. I mean, he's and I like that he goes like back and forth with even the growling of like the heavy like lower growling, and then the high like
screeching.
Yeah, screeching like a black metal screech,
which had kind of not disappeared, but that was something that was really big on The Morning Never Came, a little bit on Ghost of the Lost, not really at all on Hope, and then kind of came back for Plague of Butterflies and a little bit on New Moon. But I think this album, he might be at his best on this album.
Yeah. I like when he has both of the vocals there.
Yep.
And they're the female vocals on the tracks are amazing. Of course I feel like they need to add Aaliyah to their album or to their band. I just feel like or at least keep her. I like how they constantly have been putting her on one or two tracks on each album.
Yep, for the last couple she's been on there. See, I think they should keep it that way.
Yeah.
Because I think if they add her permanently, I think that would drastically change the sound of the band.
Yeah.
I think her in like those little spurts is just perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she adds like this haunting tone to it. No, I love the album, definitely. I was actually going to ask you if you were planning on ordering the double LP.
Yes, I am actually. I really wanted there's two versions of it apparently. There's a white and a green, and I really wanted the green one.
Well, was the green the double? Because there's like a double and a single I saw.
I don't know. I don't remember which was which. I thought the green was the double.
I didn't see the different colors, but I noticed that there was one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to get a hold of that. The artwork alone is just I have nothing but great things to say about the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that one of the things that I wanted to point out is that you have this amazing. Oh, there it is, right there. You have this amazing mix on this album, but they're evolving over the course of their albums.
Right.
And I think before this one, Morning Never Came was still your favorite of theirs, right?
Yeah.
And I was big into Hope, and mainly for the song Don't Fall Asleep.
Right.
But I think this album, I honestly think it's better than anything they've done. And I think they're that much better every time. And I guess they're going to be going on a big tour now. They haven't toured since we saw them last.
Right.
When they played with Catatonia and Orphanland.
Right.
That tour was the last big tour they did. They played a couple isolated shows because the lead singer was doing Barren Earth, and
right.
So they're going to be doing a big tour, and I really hope we get to see them because I think this is going to be.
You think they'll be headlining this time?
I don't know. I kind of hope so because every time we see them, we never. As soon as they're done, they get to play like that 25-minute set or 30-minute set.
They're never headlining. Yeah, they're definitely a band that should be headlining.
I think the following at this point has to be good enough. But regardless of how we see them, just to see them again, we've never missed them. Every time they come around, we're there.
Yeah.
It's true. So and I think that's a perfect reason for them to be our band of the month. And I mean, bands like Swallow the Sun, Mastodon, those are bands that could be our band of the month every month.
Yeah.
But this was the perfect occasion to make it official.
Yeah.
To add this one to the catalog, and it's a good thing to do. So Swallow the Sun, Emerald Forest and the Blackbird. Get over to their site and you can order it there. And I actually did find both the green and the white are the 2 LP versions. The green was limited to 500 copies. And the white is limited to 200 copies.
Okay, yeah, I saw the 200.
Yeah, I kind of wish they had a picture of what the actual vinyl itself looked like.
Yeah.
But I got to make a decision, green or white. That's tough.
Yeah.
I feel like the green's got to look so awesome.
Yeah.
But white could look awesome too. Either way, the album artwork's fucking great, so that's...
There's only 200 of white.
I know.
You could be one of the 200 selected,
I feel like there's one of the vinyls I ordered was like that, where it was so limited, and I felt like I just needed to get it just for that.
Yeah.
The Junius one I think was only 500 copies of it's like the white blue sunburst kind of thing. Speaking of which, Junius is doing their headlining tour now.
Oh yeah.
Gonna try and catch them. I think it's the middle of February.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They come around. They're playing with
very soon.
Oh Brother, I think is the name of the band they're playing with.
Oh Brother.
I don't know them. And the big tour announcement that we're very excited about, the Heritage Hunter Tour.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who's on that tour? I don't remember.
Mastodon.
And
Opeth.
And Opeth. And the opening band is actually that band Ghost, who I still have not listened to.
No, I haven't either. But they were all over magazines for a while when they came
they were on the cover of Decibel. Apparently they do the whole mask face paint thing. And they play some sort of satanic music from what I've read.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about them. I wasn't able to listen to it either.
I actually talked to a guy at work the other day. Guy who looks a lot like Mike Portnoy. Like, could be a twin. Sometimes I have to look and...
I seen him. He was there like Tuesday.
Yeah, and every time you see him, I always look and go, is that Mike Portnoy?
Yeah.
Is that Mike Portnoy? But this guy's, I think, a little taller than Mike Portnoy. Mike Portnoy's like a midget. But he and I were talking about it. He said he's never really listened to him, but he's got to give him a chance because he's so excited about that tour and he wants to know if he should get there early to see them.
Right.
So that's a big one. But one other thing that we wanted to mention, and I don't know how we missed out on this.
Yeah.
We managed to somehow, for 2.5 months, not know that Lisa Johansson left Draconian.
Yeah, that's very depressing to hear.
Yeah, apparently they've narrowed it down and they're going to be announcing who their new female vocalist is soon. But she left. I guess she had kids and she wanted to spend more time with the kids and what have you. But
kids are no excuse. It's just bullshit.
It's bullshit, and I don't know how easy it's going to be to replace her. She's got a very signature voice.
She can get a babysitter. Shit.
Are you volunteering or?
Sure.
I mean, if
that's what it takes to get her ass back in the studio. Yes, and go on tour. That's what they need to do. She needs to at least give her fans a tour. One tour. Get a babysitter for a year.
That's the worst part. They've never even done
I know.
A full tour. At least nothing that helps us.
I remember a couple of years ago when I first was getting into Draconian, I wrote them a message on MySpace, and they wrote back that I just wrote them like something crummy, like, come to America or whatever. And they wrote back some response that I'm sure they send to everybody that just said, like, please contact our managers and so if you'd like to book a show with our band and all this crap. And I was like, if I had the money, yes.
Yes, if I had the money, I would book them too.
Yeah, for my birthday.
Yeah, they could play the birthday party.
Yeah. Hell 22, if you ever want to give me anything special for my birthday, you can have Draconian perform at my birthday party.
I'll keep that one in mind.
Yeah.
When we're big and famous and this site is as big as some of these other awesome sites, then I will provide Draconian for you. I will either bring Draconian to you or bring you to Draconian. That's one of those things.
I'll go to them. I have no problem going to them.
Yeah, hey, that's kind of how I feel. If we could,
if we go to them, we can hit up a couple other countries too while we're there and
just go to the home of pure metal.
See everybody, yeah.
So
we'll go to Norway. Visit our dark side.
Yeah, go visit Varg.
Yeah.
How's he doing these days? Doing good?
Yeah.
So we got more great reviews coming up. I mean, I guess it's not really fair of me to say they're great because I don't know. You guys might hate them.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
But we would know because no one likes to share their comments with us. Hint, hint.
We've actually started to get some comments on our YouTube channel.
That's good.
People who like our reviews, even when you mess up and you say that the band Frozen Bleed is from Finland.
Oh, yeah,
They're not from Finland.
Yeah.
They are actually from Italy, so I feel the need to throw that out there because they actually commented on our Facebook post and the YouTube video of the podcast where we talked about it to correct that. So we do apologize for that.
Yeah, I actually I hired the Mafia on that source.
Yeah.
And so they're taking care of that source. I'm never going to get information from that source again.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
So, if we ever mess anything up, feel free to let us know. We're not perfect. We try to be. The internet is a cold, strange place.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave some comments. Send us messages on Facebook and the MySpace and the tweeters. And we're on Google Plus again, and we're on Tumblr. You should follow us on Tumblr and that shit.
Yes.
You should buy a sampler from us because we're awesome. Got some great bands on there. Going to be posting about that a couple times this week. Give you guys a refresher on the track list so you can buy them.
And if you already own the sampler, you should buy more for your friends.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys know anybody who likes metal, I think this would be a great gift for Valentine's Day.
There you go.
Give the gift of metal to your loved ones.
That's a good idea. Let's make a commercial of that. we're gonna push that.
It's the perfect birthday gift.
Yeah.
Hanukkah, which already passed. Obviously, Easter basket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So pay attention to that.
Yep.
And
thanks Christmas.
And one thing I would like to point out that by the time this podcast goes up, our interview with Toby Driver from KO Dot will be up on the site as well. And he had some very interesting things to say about what it's like to be basically independent of a label for this album. And I just want to give you a quote on this because it was something that really kind of struck me. I asked him about the whole SOPA and PIPA thing and how he felt about it. Mm-hmm. And let me just give you the quote. Here's what he said. He said, "What's happening is that we're now in a world where all the most unique music is forced to be recorded shittily. I thought it was so ridiculous when we released Gamma Knife and people were complaining about the recording quality. It's like, dude, it's your fault." Because he, to this day, and he actually gave us statistics on his sales, which I thought was really cool that he was, that open about it. So the album was released last month. It's been out a month, and they've sold 350 copies of it. Which, when you think about some of the bands we listen to, 350 copies is more than, a lot of bands that we listen to sell in the U.S., but he's doing this independently. 350 copies, but at the same time, on their Bandcamp site, the album has had 30,000 streams. Meaning that maybe 30,000 people have listened to the album, and only 350 have actually paid for it. It's kind of... That's why this Bandcamp thing is kind of counterproductive, too. Because you're not getting anything. But I guess that's another story altogether.
Yeah. So
make sure you read that interview. It was really awesome, and we really appreciate him doing it. And, it's awesome.
Well, the one good thing that I found out this week is that I didn't know this, but gingers, they do have souls.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, they do have souls. I was told this.
Oh. But what if you make fun of someone and say they don't have a soul?
It depends. Are they ginger?
Yeah. Well, he's a ginger.
Has he? And you said he doesn't have a soul?
I was like, hey man, you don't have a soul. And you know what he said?
What did he say?
I have a soul. I'm a Christian.